The BYU Library Family History Center has a copy of the Temple Records Index Bureau, or TIB. Let's review what the TIB is, why you might want to access it, and the process for doing so. By the way, all information in this presentation is taken from published sources and is readily available. First, a very brief and simplified history. The Temple Records Index Bureau, known as the TIB, was organized in June 1922, more than 100 years ago, in an attempt to index all of the ordinances performed in all the temples of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. From 1922 to 1927, 3 million index cards were typed. The objective was to reduce duplication of temple ordinances, which may have been as high as 50%. It took almost 5 years until January of 1927 to type and arrange alphabetically 3 million index cards from the original records of all the temples. For the next 42 years, until October 1, 1969, a card was added to the file for every person, living or dead, who received their ordinances. In those 42 years, the TIB grew from 3 million to over 30 million cards. A person submitted names of deceased family members for approval to perform their ordinances to the Temple Records Index Bureau. If no record of ordinance work was found in the card file, approval was given to perform the temple ordinances. This process could take weeks or months. 1961 marked the start of computer storage. In 1965, 4 years before switching over completely to computer storage, it was so time-consuming to sort through the cards before approving temple ordinances that the file was divided into smaller segments. Names were filed by country of birth, then alphabetically by surname, and then chronologically by birth date. It took 3 years to accomplish this process. By the end of 1969, the TIB became a static file as the genealogical department began processing and storing all information electronically. As I said, this is a brief, simplified history. You can read more detail in the book, Hearts Turn to the Fathers, or the manual, A Brief Guide to the Temple Records Index Bureau, a copy of which is in the TIB folder in the BYU Library Family History Center. These may also be found online. This information about ordinances done before the end of 1969 is now on Family Search. So why would you need to access the TIB? The answer is that there may be more information on the card that may clarify birth location or other vital information that has not been recorded elsewhere. The file cards have been microfilmed, and we have a set of these films at the BYU Library Family History Center. Here is the process for accessing the TIB microfilms. Here is a view of the cabinet where the TIB information is located. On this shelf are several notebooks and books. The red books have an alphabetical list of surnames and alternate spellings. Here is a sample page. These may help you identify variant spellings of surnames of your ancestors. The white notebook on the TIB shelf is the key to locating the film you need. It has the list of films by country and surname. These are a few sample images from the white notebook. Note how they are organized by country, then alphabetically. These are the pages you use to get the film number or numbers you wish to view. Once you know the film number or numbers, fill out the TIB request and agreement paper. These are on the shelf by the books. To view any films from this TIB collection, you need your current temple recommend, a bishop's letter, limited use recommend, or LDS Tools app to verify an active recommend. Once this is done, you may have up to 3 films at a time. Your Temple Recommend, driver's license, or something similar will be retained by the shift leader until you return the microfilms. The shift leader or coordinator will get the microfilms for you, and you may view them at any microfilm reader in the Family History section of the library. These are the restrictions on these films. You may not make copies of the film, and you agree that you will not take photographs with a digital camera, cell phone, or any other camera. The other 4 things a patron agrees to are not to make copies of the film content with the microfilm reader camera, not to publish, post on the internet, or sell copies. Also, to only make handwritten or typed notes of the content. And lastly, you agree to return the microfilms before the missionary shift ends. This sample of information found on an index card is taken from the published notebook and not from the film. The answer to why a person might want to access the TIB file is that if you, your parents, or other relatives were endowed before 1970, you may wish to go through this process to see the record from the TIB and find out if there is any additional information. This is one of many resources available in the BYU Library Family History Center that will help as you research your family history. Thanks for watching.